Good afternoon and welcome back to HobbyMaker. I hope you're having a great Sunday afternoon. We certainly are. My name is Nigel, mate. Look who's here. It's Crafty Kellyanne. How are you, lovely lady?
Hello. I'm good.
I am loving the outfit.
Thank you very much. It's very appropriate.
Because of, well, your company, of course, Crafty as a Fox. I'm relatively new to us here at HobbyMaker, but
yes.
I mean, you know, you've been in the crafting industry for a long time. Let's have a little potted history of Crafty as a Fox. When did it all begin?
Okay, so about 3 years ago, I decided to start making some ephemera packs that I was selling. Or have printed and laser cut, and then it escalated from there because I wanted to create a book, which we'll get onto the journaling books. And then when I was creating the journaling books, I was like, well, you need something to create your lovely projects to put in it. So then the stamps and the stencils all kind of came together.
I think it's lovely because it's such a passion for you, isn't it, crafting?
Yeah,
it's like it literally runs through your veins.
I mean, if I'm not creative, I feel like I've got to be.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? I've got to be doing something.
You're like a corked bottle. You need to be uncorked and fizz everywhere, don't you?
Exactly. I can't keep it in.
Well, I've got to say, we're glad you can't keep it in because, look, when we let you out, this is what happens. We have got brand new and exclusive stamps for you today from Kellyanne. When they are gone, they are gone.
They are.
There will be no more. We've got a bundle for you featuring 4 fabulous stamp sets. We've got graffiti greetings to begin with. I love this typeface, this font. I mean, I think it's brilliant. If you are somebody that has to make cards for, again, those people that you don't know, well, they can't decide what's cool and what's not cool, this will be eternally cool. It really will. So you have those graffiti ones in there. You've also got for you in there as well, you've got your concrete canvas. Now, this is rather cool. This is like, what do they call it? Is it tags that they call it, the graffiti artist lead?
Yeah.
This is why I sound really old.
No, not at all.
I love this. I mean, that to me just makes me think like colour and vibrancy. Go really bright with your colours.
Well, this is it. So when I was creating those 2 particular stamps, I was like, I want to create something really creative, and that's when I was just like, I've got to do the word creative because art and creative, because actually street art is. I mean, if you go around and
graffiti.
So do I. I absolutely love graffiti, and when it's done well, it just looks amazing.
I could not agree more. I mean, half of my pictures on Instagram of like me up against a wall of graffiti.
Yeah.
I just love it.
Yeah.
Now, you've also got more people coming in for this, by the way. They're busy already. We're not even giving you the details. You also get your graffiti style, so I think you'll recognise some of the tags that we have here.
Yeah.
Your smiley face, and you've got the butterfly there, the crown, the cross. You've got the XOXO, and of course the heart in there as well. And then finally for you, you can't have Crafty as a Fox without a sneaky little fox. Loving this. Now, this is a layered fox.
It is. So we've got the outline stamp and we've got an infill stamp. And I created, so he's the first fox I've created for my entire kind of company
Your
collection.
debut fox?
Yeah, he is. And I am massively influenced by Banksy. I went to his exhibition last year.
So good, isn't it?
Oh my God, it was amazing. It was one of the things we did for my birthday. So I now have his prints all over my walls at home. And even when I was at university, like 20 years ago, I did an actually dissertation on the effects of graffiti between subcultures and featured Banksy tons in it because obviously what he does. And so I have always been a massive fan of graffiti art.
Well, I've got to say you are not alone because 30% of our stock will be gone when people check out. Carrie, Beverly, Julie, Linda, Joe, Hayley, lots of you coming through. I've got a message from Michaela in North Yorkshire. Afternoon, Nigel, Kellyanne and the crew. Hiya, crew.
Hello.
Hello. That is Kat, that is Chat, that is Jimmy, that is Ellie. I was introduced to Kellyanne during Craft O'Clock today and fell in love with these. I ordered it all. Yes, you were on with our Adam earlier, weren't you?
I was, yeah. It was lovely to catch up with Adam.
Oh, it's joy. So, Michaela, thank you very much for your message. Now, if you want to give everything together, $36.99 is your price. But we do have them individually as well because Kellyanne likes to give choices.
I do.
Let's start with Crafty as a Fox, the sneaky little fox that we've got for you. I think this is perfect. Foxes are one of my favourite creatures, but I've got to say, I love the whole urban fox, graffiti spraying, artwork, urban fox
This is
vibe
it. So
with this.
I really wanted to create something a little bit fun and a little bit silly. And I mean, we've got tons of foxes where I live, and they're always squealing and wailing, but I still love them.
You know what they're doing when they're squealing and wailing.
I don't. But I wanted to create a creature, an animal that was being cheeky and naughty. And when I sat down and kind of was making my notes, the fox was the first thing that came to my head. Was like, I've got to do a fox. I can't do anything else. I have to do a fox. So there he was born.
I mean, this card just shows perfection. I mean, obviously, you've got the happy birthday, which is on one of the other stamp sets, of course. But you have that wall in the background there, of course, which is in this set. You've also got the spray from the can as well. That's included. And there's a star included as well.
Yeah.
I think that is such a good card. And that would work for any age, any gender, any type of person, in my opinion, because it's fun, but also, I don't know what the words that the kids say today, but I'm going to say it's street or cool or whatever the words are. I have no idea.
It's just very different. It's just fun, different. I mean, yeah, I'm going to be biased because...
Well, do you know what? We're loving it. $10.99 is the price on that one. XTOC89 is your item. They're saying words in my ear that I'm not going to say because I actually think they're taking the Michael. They're saying, say sick. No, people don't say sick anymore, do they?
They probably do.
I don't think we're of an age where we can go, that's sick. Do you know what I mean?
I would still.
I
don't care. Yeah, it's sick.
It's rad, it's lit, it's sick, it's...
I don't know if I'd say
bad,
rad.
man, I have no idea. Right, whatever the words are, we love it. Next up for you, we've got this. Now, these are your words, of course, that we have for you here.
Yeah.
Are we calling these graffiti greetings?
Yeah, graffiti greetings. So this has got all of those amazing sentiments.
So we have hello, we have happy birthday, we have thanks, we have amazing, we have look beyond now. I love that. And do what you love. Words of inspiration and manifestation.
There are absolute reasons behind these sentiments. So I wanted to make the first ones really generic. So, you know, thanks, amazing, you know, happy birthday, hello. But then I wanted to do a thinking of you, but I just didn't think thinking of you really fitted with the feel of the stamp set. So look beyond now, look beyond what you're going through now, and you will be fine. Or, I mean, look beyond now, you've got a new job. Look beyond now, things are going to get better. So I wanted to do something a bit more, you know, quirky than just saying...
I think it's words of uplift, which I really love. I think it's fab. $10.99 your price on that. I love the dribbly nature of it as well.
Yes, yeah.
Got the dribble on, loving that. VCOC63 is your item code on that one. Next up for you, we have these, more graffiti for you. So you can see you've got your 6 here. These are your graffiti style that we have.
Yeah.
Smiley face, the butterfly, the XOXO, the crown, the heart, and the cross for you there. These are nice, kind of grungy.
They are. So I wanted to create elements that you could use when you're doing your layering background, when you want to do the infills, but also still keep it really street within that and still really fun and quirky and quite commonly seen tags.
Yes.
So these are icons that you will see graffiti artists using quite frequently.
And also, I think they don't really say anything, but they kind of say everything.
Yeah.
And that's the good thing, isn't it? That's your graffiti style, if you'd like to go for that one. And then finally for you... Oh, in fact, hang on, let's just show you that, because that's too cool. That is fab. I love that. Just a spray of colour and then the stamp on the top. Just perfect. It really is. That is giving real kind of like rock chick vibes, isn't it? Love that. And then finally for you, we have this one. Excuse me. So this is our concrete canvas. So you have creative and art done in that real kind of...
It's very stylistic.
It's very kind of like, it reminds me of like 1980s New York, but it's like, that's kind of my age. But it's like, I just think it's that style. That kind of like typeface has always been there.
Yeah.
It's legendary, isn't it?
It's very kind of unique to the graffiti style of wording.
That would never be used for like, you know, best wishes on your wedding of like typeface. I mean, that would always be used for like graffiti and artwork and really sort of like packing a punch. And then you have got your fabulous spray can there, and then the spray of, well, whatever you're spraying.
So there is a reason that you have that extra little spray. So just at the top of creative, I've designed it so there's a tiny little spray can there.
Oh my gosh.
So if you want to, you can add that in.
There you go. There you go.
So he's just poking out there. So if you've done it in a specific colour, let's say you've done it in purple, you can stamp that spray in purple to go with with your writing.
I think that's so good. And then just a little sample that uses the spray cans. I think are these spray cans from another one, or is
no, that's from that one.
Have you done it 3 times over?
Yeah. So I've masked it. I've masked it and then stamped it a couple of times.
That's so good. And then the one falling over as well. $10.99 is your price for the concrete canvas. Now, if you went for them all individually at $10.99, that would be $43.96. But let's remember our bundle price again, $36.99. So you have got a reduction there, a further reduction as well, which is brilliant. MGOC12 is your item code on that one. Next up for you, we have got our fabulous texture die, which is our brick. Now, you've seen this in a lot of the samples that Kellyanne has brought in. Price on this, $8.99. Pop this in your basket straight away because I just think this is so good. I love this because it kind of grounds everything, doesn't it?
So for those that have brought my products before, they know I started bringing in a texture dyes range, and this is to add to the texture dyes.
No, that's not that.
It's not that one,
No,
but
sorry.
it's very similar. But I wanted to add a texture dye to the collection, and obviously the best thing for me that I thought about, I think it might be up on the side.
There's
the
that one
texture dye.
works for it as well, doesn't it? Or is that stencil?
That's
No,
stencil.
it's
That's one of my brick stencils. I know it's on there somewhere.
There's one around the front.
There
We'll
is,
find
but
that in a
we will be making one with a card in a minute with that particular dye.
$8.99 your price on that. Jack, is there one over there? Can we find it with the dye on the front with the fabulous dye bricks for you there?
There it is.
UW OC03, there you are. Can't miss that, can you? UWOC03 is your item code if you would like to go for the texture dye with the brick for you there. Loving that. Right, next up for you, we've got our stencils as well. Now, these are rather fabulous. We've got 2 sets for you.
We do.
The first one that we have for you, well, let me show it on here. That's probably the best way to do it. This is stencil set 12, 13 and 14 that we have for you here. So take us through what we have, Kellyanne.
So we've got different textures here. Once again, I wanted just to with my stencil sets, I just want to give as much as I can. That's why we get 3 stencils in each pack, and just packed with grungy different styles. So we've got that kind of mosaic tile, all kind of broken up. The middle one is a kind of, I was going for like a corrugated iron floor.
Yes.
And
like
then,
that metal tread kind of.
Yeah, exactly. And then we've got like our kind of scripty words with a couple of coffee stains that you can just add in just for extra texture.
If you want to go for those, $10.99 is the price on those. You get all 3 of those. Crafty as a Fox stencils. They're good size as well, aren't they?
Yeah, so they're just shy of like DL size, because when manufacturing process, I'll share this, is I start with an A4 stencil sheet and then I split that up to give you as much as I can within that space.
Liking that. Also, do you notice they're all pre-holed? So if you do want to actually sort of like put them on a ring, a jump ring or something like that, then you can do, because they're pre-holed in the corner. Nice little touch. Right, so that's the first set of 3. We've got another one for you. This is 15, 16 and 17, completely different designs.
Yeah.
I love these. I mean, again, these are quite urban. They're a little bit kind of like futuristic with that circuit board vibe in the centre.
Yeah, exactly. So I went for that kind of industrial, like fencing. I remember those fences as a kid. So like trying to create that kind of...
There was always holes in them.
Yeah, exactly.
You try and like climb through and then you rip your clothes off.
Yeah, always. And then I went for that kind of, circuit board, futuristic, something a little bit different. And then I've gone back to a bit more kind of steampunky, grungy, cogs and things.
And stuff,
and I just thought it was a nice mix of different stencils to kind of work within your project.
$10.99 is your price on that one. TFOC28, your item code for you there. Loving that. Now, another thing that Kellyanne is famed for is her fabulous... Oh, come back to us. There you go, thank you. Nice picture of the desk. Something else that Kellyanne is famed for are these, the fabulous journal books. These are just brilliant. Now, we've got a couple of these for you. We've got the watercolour one coming up, and we've got this one, which is the whitewood. The name only relates to the cover. What is inside is exactly the same, no matter which one you go for. Now, obviously, this is the blank one, so this is what you're going to get. So, Kellyanne... This is the springboard for people to do whatever they like, isn't it? What's the idea?
So the idea is to keep down a recipe of your project. So I've got a brain like a sieve. I share this with all you guys all the time. I'm dyslexic, so my brain doesn't retain stuff all the time. And especially if I've created a project and if I look back at a picture, I won't know what colour blue I've used.
But you write it all down in here. This is Kellyanne's.
So this is one of my finished ones. So this is where I take a copy of my actual project. So that could be a photocopy, a photograph, an actual copy of your project. I pop it into my book and then I write my recipe beside it. So you've got a space for your stamps and stencils, for your inks and mediums, for your cardstock, for kind of any techniques you've used. And you've also got, if you guys, and I know a lot of you do it, do the kind of... competitions where you design a card and it will be a certain layout. There's a space for you to draw your layout. So if you've participated in a competition, and you can write that in there. Any tips and tricks, there's a box to keep that, and any notes. So you can just keep everything, like all that information in one spot for you to go back and look at. Or, for you to keep, because it's all about you. So we make a card and we give it away, which is lovely.
And then you're like, how did I do that?
But how did I do that?
Idea. So simple.
And then you forget what you made and how you made it or what technique. So the idea is to be able to log any techniques you do, any colour palette, different changes you do. You make a card and you go, actually, I'd like to do it in red and purple or blue and green, whatever it is. But you have something to look back at, which is yours. And it's an inspirational book.
I think it's so clever. I mean, people are going for this already. Debbie in Somerset's gone for 2. Well done, Debbie. This is your whitewood one. So obviously whitewood is the cover design that you have there. VHOC 23. Exactly the same inside, but just different on the outside. This is watercolour. It's kind of what you want, really, whether you want to go for something maybe like that or like that. It's entirely up to you. It's just the prettiness of the cover. But that one is the watercolour if you'd like to go for that. Again, you can see exactly the same inside, and this is Kellyanne's. Hers is full of inspiration so that she never forgets what she has done, the colour that she has used, the cardstock, the dye, the stamp, the inks, whatever it may be. It is all listed there. Such a clever idea. $7.99 is your price there. Do you want to get yourself ready for a demo?
Sure.
Sure. And I'm going to tell you, lovely people out there, a couple of things. First off, don't forget if you'd like to message in to say hello to Kellyanne, or if you just want to, ask her a question or send us a picture of what you made or anything like that, then do get involved. studio@hobbymaker.co.uk is the address for your emails, or you can send us a message via the little word boxes at the top of each and every item on the website, which is one of the ways that you can order. And that website is, Jack, or the W is what? HobbyMaker.com. That is the one. You can also order via our free phone telephone number. Our call centre are ready and waiting for you right now. And they're a friendly bunch, believe you me. 0800 001 4433 is your telephone number for that. It's a free telephone number here in the UK. Or you can order via the app as well. The free-to-download app. You can get that from your Google Store or your App Store. And strangely enough, it's just called HobbyMaker. Nice and easy. Right. So from a hobby maker to a card maker. Over to the lovely Kellyanne.
So I thought what we do is I will show you my book in action, exactly how I use it and how it helps me with my crafting. If I want to recreate a project or how I've logged my project, this is how it works. So for the show, I do my self-prep packs. So all I've written down is book 3, so I know that's the 3rd book I have, and page 11. So if I go to page 11 in my book, I just write the numbers on top, just the way I work. I'm going to recreate this project here. So I know I need Sneaky Little Fox, Graffiti Greetings, and I need my textured die for this project. I also know that I need my oxide black, and I need a purple, orange, and my rusty hinge colour. So I've got all of that written down for me, so I know. So my book will go over to one side, so I've got it to reference, but then I've got all the bits I need to make my project. So let's move you to one side and let's start with some stamping. So I'm going to stamp out our fox.
Lots of people going for the collection. How are we doing stock-wise, Ellie? Because when this is gone, this is gone. Half the stock has now gone on our collection. Remember, you're getting all 4 stamp sets in there. You are going to get the Graffiti Greetings. You are going to get your concrete one in there. You get your graffiti style, and you get your Sneaky Little Fox. I like saying that.
Love Sneaky Little Fox.
That's quite a nice little cheeky thing to say. Oh, you sneaky little
Your
fox.
Sneaky Little Fox.
Back to you, you crafty little fox.
So I'm just lining up my fox onto my cardstock with my stamping tool. I've got my, what they call magnets in place, just holding it. I've just closed the lid. I'm going to lift it and actually apply some ink. I will probably have to do this twice because my ink always seems to be a bit dry when I'm here.
I think it's the studio lights.
It's the studio lights and maybe the air conditioning. It just kind of dries it out a little bit.
Yes,
so
it's quite blowy in that corner of the studio.
I'm surprised how cold it is here.
Oh, don't, honestly.
I'm not going to complain. It's nice.
Well, can I say, Kellyanne, I was talking to a guest who should remain
anonymous.
And I was saying, like, how do you work in that corner? It's so cold. Because I actually don't like going over in that corner because it is too cold.
It is pretty cold.
And the guest said, as a menopausal lady,
oh,
I'm very grateful.
Yeah.
Very happy.
Yeah. Fair dues. Fair dues. So I've stamped him out. Look how fabulous he is. The nice thing about this particular stamp is because it's an outline stamp, if you like to watercolour or use your alcohol markers, you are welcome to do that and use your own techniques to colour him. But I love an infill stamp. So I created the infill stamp to go with it, and you just line up the way I tend to do it, and it doesn't matter if it's perfect because these lines here are not on a specific line for this reason. So I just line up his tail and I line up his ears to about there. Then I pick up the stamp again and let's cover that in a nice rusty orange.
That is a dude of a fox, I've got to say as well. There is real, you know, fox attitude with that.
I was just, you know, when you create something, you just end up being really pleased. I was just so pleased with how he came out. He came out perfect. And I showed you the designs a little while back. I was just like, I'm thinking of doing this.
Very excited about it. And I can see why, rightly so, because the end result is nothing short of fabulous.
So I have done 2 layers, so I am using my stamping tool, so I'm able to go back in. But obviously, you can freehand stamp if you're confident with your stamping and your ink. But how fabulous has he come out? Like, how good is that? He's so fun.
And that was the perfect colour for him as well.
It is.
What colour you used?
That was Rusty Hinge.
Hinge.
That was Tim Holtz Distress Ink, Rusty Hinge, and he looks fabulous. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to chippity chop him out in a moment, but let's move on to the next part of the card. So I'm going to remove that stamp. We will come back to the stamping platform in a minute, but first, what we need to do is I need to add a bit of colour to my background. So I'm going to get in my... Now, where is it? Oh, there it is. It's hiding under my fox. I've got, is it spreaded marmalade?
Nice.
So I've gone for another kind of orangey colour, and literally, this is so simple. I'm literally just going to blend the colour in the background.
Another foxy colour.
Yes, another foxy colour. Well, it's very bricky foxy colour. Yes. Now, the nice thing about, like, these particular inks is I can blend a couple of colours. So if I want to go back in with, like, say, a bit of Rusty Hinge, just to kind of, you know, change the colours of the bricks, I can do, but really simple background. That's it. That's all I'm doing. So let's just do our die. So let's pop him to one side. So I've got my die ready. And I'm going to run him through my die cutting machine. I'm going to pop him over. So don't worry. I'll bring it over. And pop him there.
Let's give you the details of this fabulous die as well. If you would like to go over that, we'll pop it on the side of your screen. The brick die, I just think, is one of the most useful. It kind of could be grungy, it can be steampunky, it can be, you know, any kind of like gender as well with this one. I just think it's so good. If you'd like to go for that, that's your texture die brick for you there. $8.99. It's good size as well. And obviously, you know, all the bits that pop out, as we can see with Kellyanne now, all of those extra bits, those bricks you'll be using for something.
Oh, yeah, of course you can. If you want to use them for any kind of project, of course you can. But that literally just came out one pass. So it cut beautifully, which is really, it's really nice when it cuts beautifully. Definitely. So I'm going to pop that over to one side. But you can see how I just created that kind of background with that. So the next things I need to do, so let's bring my book in and see where we are. So I've got my background, I've got my die cut, and that's ready. Now, my fox, I would, or I have done already, I would chippity chop him out. So I've just fussy cut him out, ready for the next part. Now, I want to make my sentiment when I do it, I want a purple kind of background right here. So I'm just going to take a bit of that purple. I'm going to squidge a little bit on my tray, not my tray, my glass mat. And I've got one of these, it's called a blender pen. So it's you're able to pick up watercolour inks and actually just fill in the colour with it. So I'm just going to give that a quick colour there. And he's done. Where's my cloth? There's
He's ready to spray.
There's my cloth. He's ready to spray. I will need my purple again, but I do need my grey, which I didn't put beside me. So I'm just going to use a tiny bit of grey, so I can just do the top and bottom of the actual spray can, just to give it that a little bit of a more realistic look. That's all I need, very small amount. Wipe that off before I put my arm in it, because I will. I am a nightmare. So what am I missing? So what am I missing? I'm missing my sentiment. So let's choose a sentiment. And I'm going to go for a different sentiment this time, because I can. So I've got my little bit of cardstock here ready. Pop that into my stamping tool. And then let's go for Look Beyond Now.
Yeah, nice.
Because why not? I can. I'm going to chippity chop this out as well. So I'm just going to position it at the top of the cardstock. So I just have to hopefully do a little chippity chop. Pick that up, bit more ink.
Where do people find you online as well? Because Crafty Kellyanne, bit of internet sensation. Where do we find you?
So my website is www.craftykelly.co.uk. You can find
Kelly with a Y, isn't it?
It is, yeah. My YouTube channel is Crafty Kellyanne Jordan. So is my Facebook page and my Instagram. So if you look for Crafty Kellyanne Jordan, you'll find me, or Crafty Kelly.
A-N-N-E or A-N-N?
A-N-N-E.
A-N-N-E,
Yep.
there you go.
Yep,
So
I got
no
the E.
excuse to not...
No excuse. Come join me for my absolute ridiculousness.
Do you do lives and stuff?
I do. I do it every Tuesday, although it won't be this Tuesday because I'll probably be picking and packing after this.
So what time normally on a Tuesday?
7 o'clock on a Tuesday.
Nice.
And I've got a lovely community of people that join me for that. It's so much fun. I talk absolute twaddle, but I love... so I had this morning, a couple of my regulars joined us, Rob and Kelly and Jane.
When you were doing Craft O'Clock?
Yeah, yeah. And it was just a joy to have them along because they're just brilliant, lovely interaction, lovely chat. It's just really lovely. I look forward to it every week.
It's a place to have fun, but also a place to learn and be educated about crafting as well.
Yeah, and I do all sorts of crafts. As I explained this morning, it's not just paper crafts. I was doing free motion embroidery one week and I was doing watercolouring techniques the other week, and it all just changes. It depends what I fancy doing. So sometimes it's with my products and sometimes it's with other products.
That's nice, though.
So
you never pigeonhole yourself?
No, well, I try not to because I do so many crafts. I just love making. But so moving on, so I've got my sentiment and I am doing a very simple technique of just adding a bit of grungy colour to my cardstock. So I'm just literally swiping it. I'm probably being a little rough with it, but that's all right. I'm getting my fingers there, so I need to be a little bit careful because I'm going to end up with
Purple fingers.
Yeah, purple fingers that will go on everything because as soon as you touched it. So we've got all of the elements. Let's double check. Let's bring my book back in. I've got all the elements I need. Yes. Let's get my foam pads and let's get my tape runner. So first things first, let's get that white layer.
Now, don't forget all the extra things that you see Kellyanne using, or any of our fabulous guests here at HobbyMaker. You can check out all of the brand shops on the website, and of course, everything is catered for under our one P&P of $4.95 a day. The one thing that, well, one of the many things that I love about HobbyMaker is our P&P. If you're here in the UK, no matter where you live, you could be living in, I don't know, Bodmin, you could be living in Bradford, you could be living in Grimsby, you could be living in Gloucester, you could be living anywhere, quite frankly, and it will be one P&P for all of your orders from midnight one night until midnight the next, regardless of size, weight or quantity of orders, $4.95 for your entire P&P. That's including our machines. We are launching the Universal Cinch in the next hour with Carla. Oh my word, we've got a market-beating price. It's a big machine. It's a chunky beast of a machine. It's covered under the $4.95 P&P as well. So literally fill your boots. But all of those extra things that you don't want to pay P&P for, like tape runners and, foam pads and, quickie glue pens, all of that, pop those into your basket as well, because if you need to restock on anything, take advantage here at HobbyMaker of our caps P&P. Now, with our bundle, our fabulous brand new and exclusive Kellyanne Crafty as a Fox, down on the street graffiti kids bundle. I'm not going to try and be cool because I'm not. 60% of our stock is gone. Now, that's not including Kellyanne, all the people that have this in their basket.
Oh, wow.
So Julie in Nottinghamshire, Susan in Derbyshire, Pauline in Not Applicable. Don't know where you are, Pauline, but I like that. Jane in Staffordshire and Hayley in Suffolk. You need to check out your baskets to secure that purchase. That will probably take it up to about, 65, 70% of the stock being gone. Don't forget, when it's gone, it's gone. There will be no more because Kellyanne Crafty as a Fox, relatively small company, but, mercifully, it's getting bigger and bigger, which is wonderful. It's a complete angel policy as well with Kellyanne. You can make what you like. So if you want to make cards that look like this, you are allowed to do so. Not a problem at all, whether it's for craft fairs, charity, or indeed to raise money for your own crafty habit. It's entirely up to you. It's 100%. What art is all about. Right, back to Kellyanne.
So what I've done is I have just used some glue just to stick my dye to my background, and I've just added my black layer to it. I'm just popping off the foam pad backs, which are such a pain, aren't they?
Have you got a little pokey tool?
I do somewhere. But it's all right.
Oh, is that it there? Oh, no, it's not.
Oh, that's one of them. That's one of them. I got one of them. Oh, and I got a needle in there. What else is hiding in the bottom there?
You never know.
No, I never know with my lot. Right.
Just bring the two foxes together because we've got a
Oh,
slide
yeah,
graphic.
yeah. Oh, sorry, there we go. So then all I'm going to do is I'm going to position my sentiment on a slight wonk. And there we go. And all I need to do is just add that to my card base. And then, make sure it's the right way. Oh, the amount of times I've done it upside down. There we go.
Sure you're not alone in that.
No, God, no, I know. And there I have recreated that card. So if I want to make these to sell, I can batch make these, and I'm happy for you guys to batch make these as well. All I ask is if someone asks, oh, nice designs, where'd you get them from?
Crafty as a fox.
Yeah, just say Crafty as a fox.
Also, I mean, obviously Kellyanne there has obviously made that card before and has put all of the details down in her journal book.
Yeah.
So let's remind you of your journal book as well. Do you want to get ready for your next demo, lovely
Sure.
lady? Your journaling books, I just think, are brilliant. This is such a simple yet useful idea. Kellyanne has brought two out. They're both exactly the same on the inside, but it's the outside that's different. You can choose from either that one, which is the watercolour, because it's a watercolour design on the cover, or you can choose from that one, which is the white wood. Now, if we go for watercolour to begin with, just to show you, yours will be blank, so yours will be empty. It will have all these bits in there like that, ready for you to write your own entries in there. That's the great thing, because the idea is when you make a card, how many times have you done it? You've made a card, and then you send it to somebody or give it to somebody, and then you think, well, I really like that card. What did I do? What was the, what was the ink and what was the colour and what was the stamp and what was the dye and what was the company that I used? Well, all of that has been documented, has been, put in this sort of like ledger of craft, if you like. Literally all of the details are in there. You have written them in. I mean, this is actually Kelly's hand. So you can see, look, she used the stitch framelets dies there to make that card. But you might not remember. I mean, nobody can remember everything. I mean, it's one of those things, isn't it? If you think about it, anything that you need to remember in life, what do you normally do? Write a list. You need to go shopping. What do you get? What do? You get a shopping list so you know what's what. I think something like this is your list of ingredients for your cards in the future, especially if you have loved the cards that you have made in the past. I mean, that's the brilliant thing about this. Such a good idea. I don't know why somebody had not thought of that before, but I'm glad you did, because I just think it's such a good idea. That's your watercolour one if you want to go for that. We've also got the white wood one for you as well. If you want to go for the white wood one, exactly the same price, exactly the same contents inside, but obviously the design on the cover is different. So that is the white wood because it's got that white grained wood in the background. VHOC23 is your item code there. Now we've got another book for you as well, which is this one. This book, which is this one. This book comes to you as is. Kellyanne, come and talk to me about this a moment, lovely lady, because this actually is, I mean, this is a book full of information.
It is.
What's this all about? Who's this for?
So this is for your beginners. So if you've never done stamping or stenciling before, they are the most asked questions as a demonstrator I've had over the past 8 years.
So how long have you been doing telly now? 8 years. Wow.
That's
quick.
8 years. I know. And but I was demonstrating before that, but for not telly. So let's say 10 years, and these are the most asked questions. So what ink does what? What ink do I use with my alcohol markers? What ink? What is a hybrid ink?
So it's frequently
what type of
asked
stamps?
questions.
Yeah. Frequently asked questions, all compiled into one place. So then you've got that information if you need to go check it. But also throughout the book there are journaling spaces for you to create projects, but there are techniques for you to try out. So there are several different techniques, really easy techniques, just to have a play and start to feel more confident with your inking and your stamping and your stenciling.
That is it. This is a confidence booster. It really is. Off you pop again.
Thank you, darling.
Lady. This is your confidence booster. $11.99. If everybody checks out, it's sold out. We haven't got much stock left. Janice, Sandy, Crafter, Penelope, and everybody else. People, do check it out. Some of you will make it, some of you won't, as far as that is concerned, because we have more people demanding it than we actually have stock of. Right now, let's go back to the lovely Kellyanne for more inspiration.
So, once again, using my journal, because this is what we want. I want you to see with confidence how to use it. So, once again, I've got my little note to say that I'm using book 3, page 8. So here we go, book 3, page 8. So let's recreate this fun project. But actually, I love this, but I'm going to change it up because I'm going to change the colour and I'm going to change the stamp. But I like the layout and I like the way that it looks. So let's do that. So I've got my bit of cardstock into a little tray, and I'm literally just going to use a spray stain, and you can use any sprays that you want. I'm using stamping cards. Sometimes I use mixed media or watercolour. It's really up to you. And I'm literally going to go for 4 blobs. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4.
Well, that's satisfying, isn't
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
I get absolutely covered, so I'm just going to wipe my hands off very
Like
quickly.
little sunflowers,
They
don't they?
do, don't they? Now, so this would take time to dry. So here is one that I did earlier
Lovely.
because of, you know, we haven't got all day to wait for this. So let's bring back in my stamping tool, and then we can position our stamp. And can you guess which one I'm going to go for?
You are going to go for the graffiti stamps, aren't you? The what are they called? These ones you're going to go for, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which one do we reckon for the yellow?
Oh, smiley face.
Yes.
Yeah, sorry, I thought you meant which stamp set, but if you mean which stamp, smiley face all the way.
Smiley face. So let's get our smiley face in there. Let's just make sure that this is in place. Now let's have a think what actual sentiment we're going to use after I've stamped this.
I love it. Ellie just said something that I didn't think I'd ever say on a craft channel, but I'm going to say it. This is very Nirvana-y. It is, isn't it?
It is, yeah, yeah. I am
didn't know
from that
was a
era.
word, but it is now Nirvana-y.
I am definitely from that era.
But it is very Nirvana-y, isn't it? I've said it 3 times now. It's quite satisfying to say Nirvana-y, Nirvana-y, Nirvana-y.
So I'm going back in, like I said, I think my ink is drying out a little bit.
Well, that's the joy of a stamping platform.
That is why I live for my stamping platform. I'm going to have to reposition. So I'm just going to reposition my stamp. It doesn't need to be perfect, but I'm going to lift him up, pop him down. And I wanted to do the colour first to make sure that that black is really kind of popping over the top of the colour that we've sprayed.
I'm sure I read recently, talking of all things Nirvana, you know the guy that's on the baby that was on the cover of their
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And he's all grown up now, obviously.
He is.
And I think he tried to, I don't know, I might be talking rubbish here, but I'm sure he tried to, sue them or
He
get
did.
money.
He did.
Didn't he?
Yes, he did.
Because his image gets used a lot or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's but I mean, that's pretty cool.
I mean, yeah. And nobody's going to know it's hidden now, are they?
Well, that's that thing, isn't it? I suppose it's if you're asked to do something like that, or if you're
Before your parents were asked.
you never know whether it's going to be a massive success or not.
Yeah.
Do you? You might be you're featuring an album that never sees the light of day or not many people buy, but then all of a sudden you could be on one of the most important albums in the world.
Yeah. I mean, I'd be well chuffed if that was me.
Yeah, so would I.
So you can see I've just moved my stamp each time just to go over those lovely sprays. Now, what sentiment do you reckon we should go for?
Ooh.
Should we do a happy birthday, or should we do hello, or should
I think it should be what makes you smile. Do what you love.
Do what you love.
Do what you love.
Yeah, let's do that one then.
That makes sense to me. That's so cool, isn't it? I feel like I just want to put that in a frame and have it in the studio.
It was just, I'll have a smiley face.
Have we got a frame anywhere that I could pop that in?
Do what you
I
love.
wonder. Can I keep that?
Yeah, of course you can, babe.
Because I might have some frames in my little dressing area, and I'd sneak it onto the set, and you'll see it on future.
That'd be great.
Yeah. I've done that in the past with things that are still in frames.
So I'm just going to ink up that sentiment. But you can see, if you like simple stamping, this stamp set really, all these stamp sets really lend themselves to that. I mean, you don't need tons of extra anything.
How lovely is that? I mean, I love it because it's really simple, and it is kind of quite grungy and just a little bit kind of random and, what's the word? A little bit, all dribbly and lovely. Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
It's just great fun. It's just great fun. Let's pop that over. So I'll bring that back in, and of course we need to put a black outline to it, because that's how I roll. I love to do that. So I'm going to pop that way. And where did I put it? I put it there. Literally 2 of my tape pens have literally just died.
Have you got enough for that one, or do you need another one?
No, we should be all right. We should be all right, hopefully.
More people coming through for your A64 stamp bundle. If you would like to go for this, Tina in the Orkney Islands is in. We've got Hayley in Suffolk. We are virtually down to single figures.
Oh,
And
wow.
remember, when this is gone, this is gone. Ellen, Maria, Lynn, Kay, Wendy, Joanne, Patricia, Deborah, Rainey, you are all in. Congratulations to you all. MGOC12 is your item code on that one. It's a nice name, isn't it, Rainey? Rainey pops up on our board quite often. Rainey's an expert shopper. Rainey just popped it in a basket and has checked out straight away. That is the way to do it.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at what Kellyanne has made, because I've got to say, just fab.
So you know, you can see how I'm using the book to, this is my inspiration. I want to make something like that, but I want to change it up. And look, I've used the same kind of layout, I've used the same kind of format, but I've changed it up and I've made it a different project. But it's just, I love these books. They are a lifesaver to me. And part of the reason I created this concept is, being a demonstrator,
Yeah.
I would always have scraps of paper of like what I was doing and like the process or whatever it was. And actually I was like, how can I streamline this so it's better for me and maybe better for other people? So that's another reason why this all happened.
It makes sense for any crafter,
Yeah.
it really does. I've got a message for you, Kellyanne.
Oh!
Not from me, but from a lovely viewer. This is from Lisa in Bolton. The smiley stamp has done it for me. Couldn't resist. Reminds me of raving in the 90s.
Yeah!
Come on, get it,
Yeah.
HobbyMaker. It's got to be done. Sorry to anybody from Manchester District for my terrible accent there. We've also got a dreadful accent, wasn't it? Then we've also got Kelly. It says, hi, Nigel and Kellyanne. Absolutely love Crafty as Fox products, and this collection is a need. Much love from Kelly. Thank you, Kelly. We'll let Kelly know. Loving that. Let me just remind you of the books that Kellyanne was talking about. You get yourself ready for another demo,
Sure.
my lovely. If you want to go for white wood, that's the one that we have there. Oh, no, watercolour. There you go. Let's go for watercolour first. $7.99 is your price on that one. ULOC 91. That's in the lead at the moment. That will probably be the first one to sell out. So that's your fabulous watercolour. We've also got white wood for you. If you'd like to go for your white wood, exactly the same contents on the inside, same layout, ready for you to fill it in. That one's VHOC 23. Right, we're down to single figures on a lot of these. Also down to single figures on our fabulous bundle. If you do, well, in fact, let me show you here. If you do want to go for your bundle, you are going to get 4 sets of fabulous stamps designed or prepared by the lovely Kellyanne to bring to us today. Getting their TV launch, which is exciting. We've got this one, which is just sneaky little fox. That's your sneaky little fox. Then we got this one, which is your graffiti stamps. I think we're calling those, if I remember rightly. Graffiti style. Sorry, I beg your pardon. Love that card so much. Then we got this, which are your greetings, your graffiti greetings. You got the dribbly hello. Who doesn't love a dribbly hello? Happy birthday, thanks, amazing. Look beyond now and do what you love. And then you've got this one as well. This is your concrete canvas. Honestly, you know I like to share Ellie's nuggets. I have to. What did you just say? You had a dribbly water bottle at the petrol station. Is that what you said?
Oh, what?
I don't know. It's the random nonsense that she fills my head
I
with
love
on a daily basis, and I have no idea. $36.99 is your price if you'd like to go for all 4 of the stamp sets. Brilliant value for money. MGOC 12 is your item code. Kellyanne, back to you for more inspiration.
Back to me.
I know, demo number 3, loving this.
Demo number, I know, I'm impressed we've got, I normally only get like 2 done.
Oh, yeah,
So,
Kellyanne. You're dealing with the A-team now, my love.
So what I've got is I'm going to page number 3 of my book, and we're going to recreate this, but I'm going to change out a few bits too. So this stencil is available on the website. This is one of my previous stencils. I can double check what number it is, so then you know.
We'll get the details up for you on that one.
Yes, it is stencil. So all my stencils, I don't know if I explained, all my stencils have my company name engraved on it and the stencil number. So you probably can't see that.
So what number is the brick?
So this is number 4.
Okay, now again, that will probably be in a set. I should imagine 4.
Yeah, it'll be it'll be in a set.
If we've got any in stock, we'll put them on the screen for you.
So I have used that for this sample, but I'm actually going to change it up and use one of the new ones. So I think I'm going to go for, let's go for, where is it? I'm going to go for, she says, I'm going to go for the little squarey doodle flips, the tiles for this one. So I'm going to pull that one out, so that's changing. We're going to use the concrete canvas large spray can, and we're going to use some of the sentiments. So let's probably stick with the happy birthday, because I always need birthday cards.
Oh, yes.
So the
Always
first...
lots to make for.
Oh, God, always. So we're going to do...
People always expect you to make a really nice card now.
Yes, yeah. And I'm awful sometimes because I leave things to the last minute. I'm one of those, unfortunately.
There must be a lot of pressure, though, when you're like a professional crafter. It's like if you make a card for somebody, it's got to be good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is it like, is it like films? You're only as good as your last film. You're only as good as your last film.
Maybe.
Yours are always good.
I try my best. So I'm gonna place these all ready so I can get a good idea of what's going where. So let's just place that. I might just tuck that in a little bit, slightly different, a little bit in. But let's pick that up and pop that there so it doesn't go away. So I can do this whole layer of black all in one go.
Coming through as well. I believe this is about Ellie, our producer.
Oh.
Which is a bit worrying. Let's have a look. What does it say? Is it going to say, like, don't pick on Ellie? Let's have a look. It's not that. Did you make this up, Ellie? Is there not actually a message? I think Ellie made a message up about herself.
Oh.
Who's it from? Sarah in Wiltshire, who says, good afternoon. I love the things that Ellie says, and when Nigel has to check them. I do have to check them because some of the things she say, I mean, no offence to you, Ellie, I love you dearly, but some things make no sense whatsoever. Absolutely no sense. It's like, so you have to, I kind of like, I've learned to speak Ellie after 2 years of being here. And it's something that I'm kind of proud of, / equally terrified by as well. But there you go.
Well, it's nice to be able to decipher what other people say, see?
But Ellie said to me, it's like, I keep saying this, one of the first things she ever said to me, and I don't know why she said it, I was like, some of the things you say, Ellie, make no sense, and she went, I spit my own riddle. And it was like, there you go.
Yeah.
I spit my own riddle.
I love it.
That would make a good stamp.
It would.
I spit my own riddle.
I like
or spit
that.
your own riddle.
Well, we might have to do that.
There you go.
So what we're going to do now is we'll do a little bit of masking. So normally what I do when I mask is I stamp the actual whole image onto a piece of sticky note or masking paper, but I don't need to for this one. So I'm literally just going to take my spray can. I've covered it over because I've got a nice straight line there with my sticky note. And then I can just pop my spray can down there to look like it's falling, over. Then we can pick that up. There we go. A little bit of ink on there. Squidge that down. And then the reveal.
Nice.
I love it. So I love masking. I love being able to do simple masking that, doesn't require too much fussiness.
I think masking makes pretty much anything possible.
It really does.
Not in the whole world, but in stamping.
It really does enable you to create a scene.
Yes.
In your project. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give that a little waggle. Just because the ink's a little bit wet still, but...
little drying waft.
A little drying waft. So I'm going to take my, what did I call them? Mosaic tiles. And I'm going to use the rusty hinge this time. And I'm going to use the same kind of colours. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and miss the words and the actual, the things. The spray cans. Oh, Kelly, my words.
I couldn't think what they were called either.
Yeah, it's funny, isn't it? Your brain just stops sometimes.
Kelly, do you have kids?
I do. I have a son who is 8.
So he's 8. Does he think Mum's cool? Because I've got to say, I think these images...
He does.
Cool and I just imagine kids love them as well.
He's very good. He's one of my little champions.
Oh, what's his name?
Theo.
Theo. Well, Theo,
him and Daddy might be watching. I don't know.
Oh, Theo, if you're watching, we love your mother. She's dead cool. I don't know what your kids say, but she's street rad or whatever it is.
So what I've done is I've tried to miss all that area out. Now, my stencils, I always put a repositionable stencil glue on mine just to hold them in place, and especially with some of the stencils, there are some small kind of very fine details that you don't want to move about, so I always use a repositionable glue. Now, let's get some colour on that, although I would like to do just a line of grey on that bottom. So I'll just grab my grey, let's swap that over, because I feel like the bottom, I just want to add like a little shadow of grey, like there's the floor. Now, I didn't do that in that one, but I have done in this one, so I've changed it up just a little bit because I can. Let's get in some watercolour markers. What colours should we go for? I've got a few here. We need 2 colours. Let's go for red. What other colour?
yellow.
The yellow.
I'm drawn to the yellow.
Drawn to the yellow.
I was like, oh, choice.
Sorry.
No, it's good. I like it.
So let's do the yellow on top. So I'm just going to colour that in. So I'm just using a watercolour marker. Lots of different choices of these out there, but this just makes it really quick and easy to actually kind of infill colour on a project. So I've got to be a little bit careful here, although I've got a wobbly hand.
It's looking good.
We're good. Sorry, I'm probably sticking my head in the way, aren't I?
Kellyanne as well.
No, I only do one show, just the one.
Well, I'm glad we got to hang out together today. And I'm glad we launched this to the world because it's rather fabulous. And it's very popular. Ellie, how much have we got left of the main collection? Okay, there's about 6 left. That is it.
Ooh.
And when it's gone, it's gone, remember. So the following people, I need to have a little stern word. Kim in Kent, I need to waggle my finger. And I don't like waggling my finger, but I'm going to, because Kim in Kent, Karen in Nottinghamshire, Jim in Midlothian, Crafty in Lanarkshire, Norma in Leicestershire, and Patricia in County Armagh. So many of you, I need your 2 fingers. You need to check out your baskets because some of you are going to miss out. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've got about 12 people on my screen, and there's more people beyond that I can't see. So literally, somebody is going to miss out. There are only 6 left, so at least 6 people that I can see are going to miss out. So Kim, Karen, Jim, Anne, Craft and Norma, Patricia, Pauline, do not let it be you. I do not want you to miss out. What are you saying, Ellie? It will be peak for people. What does that mean? Sad. I didn't know that.
I didn't know
Do you
that.
remember I used to watch Peak Practice? So does that mean it was sad practice then? No. Do you know what? Peak. So if something is sad, it's peak. Oh. Now, see, I don't know. Are you taking the Michael? Are you sure? Okay, right, okay. So peak. P-E-A-K. Oh. Yeah. Did you know that, Kellyanne?
I didn't know.
Oh.
No, I didn't.
Oh, soon the show will be over, and that will be very peak.
That'd be really... Oh, yeah. Gosh. I'll be way peak.
I know, I love it.
Sorry.
Kellyanne, that's just fab. I mean, again, you've taken the inspiration from your journal.
Yep.
It's all there, and then you've replicated it in that card that you've got there as well. I love that. Come back over with me, darling lady, because
Join
the
us.
show is literally at the end.
Oh, my goodness.
5 left of the bundle. I would love to sell it out before the end of the hour. Sally, Gillian, Kim, Karen, please check out accordingly. Check out the samples at the front, because I've only got a couple here, but there's so many fabulous samples as well. Kellyanne, it's a complete angel policy. I mean, as the person that has brought this to us, if anybody out there is thinking, am I going to get the use from this? I think you've proven that it's actually a really versatile set, isn't it?
I wanted to make something really fun and versatile because there are so many people you could make these types of cards for. And we had the discussion earlier about that actually some of the in the sentiments, because it's that gooey kind of drippy, I mean, you could use that for Halloween as well.
Yes.
So it's very transferable. Exactly.
Yes.
It's very transferable to other projects, but it's just something a little bit different. And I know when I was talking to my usual followers on a Tuesday that actually it would be really good for journaling. Like they were like, yeah, oh God, this is going to be great for doing journaling pages. So if you're into that, I mean, it feeds that as well.
I just think that's gorgeous. I mean, if you are thinking, actually, I've got to say a quick mention for the next show coming up. If you are into making your journals and your books and your pads, we've got the ultimate binding machine, the Universal Cinch, getting its debut here on HobbyMaker after the break. And we've got a market-beating price. We've been looking around. We've got the best price.
Yes.
If people want to find you online, where do they go, by the way? Remind us.
www.craftykelly.co.uk. That's my website, but all of my socials are attached to that, or Crafty Kellyanne Jordan.
So you're on Facebook, Instagram, all the socials.
All the usuals.
All the social, which is wonderful. Right, Kellyanne, it is time to go. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Mwah. Always a pleasure.
Always.
When are you back?
The 18th of September and then the 9th of August. No, October.
9th of October. That makes me very happy. That doesn't make me peak at all. We are learning words, which is great. Right, I will see you with Carla B. She's in the studio. She's ready to go. She's got a cinch out and she's ready to use it. Let me tell you, the brand new one coming up after the break. Right, from me and Kellyanne, it's time to say goodbye.